Are we live? It says
Live recording.
we should be live.
Why do I hear myself? That's not great.
Um, we can't change that right now. Oh, we're live.
Oh, wonderful.
Hey guys, wait 1 second. Oh my God, there we are. Yep, look, we're live. Okay, I'm gonna play the intro and then we'll get going. Well, people, no one's here yet. I'm the only one watching us, so
Is it on Instagram too?
it's just on YouTube.
Okay, great.
Hi, Dumpster Divas. Welcome back to the podcast. I had some issues with tech today.
Happy Friday!
Y'all, I'm new to this whole live life. And yeah, it went off without a hitch last week, and I'm gonna blame it on you, Nora, because I didn't have a guest last week.
You know what? I'm okay. I'll take it.
I'm kidding. To all those that are maybe still in the other live, I'm gonna hop over there and tell them to come to this one because that one wasn't working. But this is the one we're on, and this one will also be uploaded to YouTube. It's gonna be an amazing episode on YouTube of us just staring at each other, being like, "Are we live?
Is this on? Is this on?
Bear with me while I iron out the details of the tube, if you will. But we're here. We're live. Dumpster Dive live. This week we're here on Friday. Once again, I'm joined here with Nora of the Reality Is podcast. Nora just celebrated her not 1,000th. Oh my God, halfway to 1,000, 500th episode of the podcast. I was so happy to be on that. Congrats again.
Thanks.
How does it feel to be a 500th podcaster?
I think because I'm self-loathing, I'm like, I gotta get a hobby. 500 episodes of this. But then also part of me is like so proud of myself.
Okay, we're getting feedback that you're echoing in the live. So we're actually going to end this live
What
one
should
more
I
time.
do? Just leave? I think you should just do this by yourself. Like, what if we just do that?
No. We're keeping you. We're keeping you. We'll be back.
Okay.
Okay, now we should be good. The echo, you can't change the echo cancellation when we're
Play the music again.
we've done it so yeah, because I'm going to upload it as an episode of the podcast. So half the hack of doing these lives is that
Yeah.
you don't have to edit.
I know. I get it. I
So
understand.
we're gonna have like 3 lives on the YouTube. I'll make sure to delete the trash ones. But we're back. We're live again here on YouTube. Nor, welcome back to the live that we were just on. How are you?
Living, loving.
Oh yes, I see us. I just opened up YouTube. Look at us go on live. There we are. Hey.
Hey.
Well, guys, weekly lives here with Dumpster Dive now is a thing, and the tech, we'll slowly improve. Slowly
Yeah.
improve.
So what if one of us works in IT?
So what? And it's not
So what?
me.
So what?
Actually, though, between our two brain powers, you work in IT, I work in production. This should be pretty seamless,
But here we are.
But in the end of the day, we are old.
And still we rise.
And still I rise. Something I've been singing all day today is this. Amelia Perez.
One of the strangest moments of our time. I was like, is that a song from the movie? And somebody said, no.
No, it's a melody that she decided to start.
Now's the time.
Singing.
Now's the time. Do I want to talk about trans people? No.
No, but I am going to take a moment to hear. Now Kix is saying they can't hear us.
Jesus Christ. Song from the movie?
Well, that's a Kix problem because I just opened YouTube. I just opened YouTube and you can't hear us.
It's just you, baby.
We'll figure it out. There's not a lot of people here watching, but they'll get here slowly. Once again, guys, welcome to Dumpster Dive Live. We're doing this weekly, either Thursdays or Fridays, as we iron out our schedule, and just gonna chat about something in the culture, a show, a series, pop culture with people I love, or just myself gabbing with y'all. Make sure to hit up some questions on Instagram if you want us to answer them here. I have a good amount. We got some good questions and thoughts on the Traitors finale, and also you can dive into the comment section here as well. So today we are talking Traitors finale and Traitors recap of season 3. I had a really great time watching
It,
the
it was a
final 2
delight.
episodes.
It was a delight. Now, I will say that it did get spoiled for me,
Mm-hmm.
but I was okay with it because I think if it was spoiled for me and the ending wasn't what it was, then I would have been
Yep.
upset. But because it was, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to watch this, relax. But I was still nervous at the end. I was like, oh, I don't know how this is going to go. But I really enjoyed it. I loved it. I love Gabby. I think that she's the breakout star of the season. I know everybody's talking about Dylan Efron, but
Mm-hmm.
no, Gabby's the
No, it's
girl.
Gabby.
Hmm.
It's absolutely Gabby. I agree. She really is. She has real star quality. I
100%.
um Kix. Oh, Kix just texted me. It was on me. The sound not working. I love when like we're live and like she's texting me things that are wrong with it when in reality it's her.
Okay. Well, I just so you know, can't see any of those comments.
No, she's literally texting me. So
Oh,
like I'm
she's
just getting
actually
text
personal
notifications
text.
while I'm trying to do this live. It's a real joy to have that
Yeah.
going on simultaneously. No,
Sisters, am I right?
Gabby I siblings, am I right? No, I agree. Gabby was a true breakout sensation. I
I
want
loved
to go
her.
back and watch her season of The Bachelorette, kind of, to be honest with
So
you.
I don't know her lore. I just know that she was on The Bachelor, and then she also was a bachelorette. She was like a legit bachelorette.
Hmm.
Oh
She
wow.
was on, I believe she was on that person's season, that guy's season who like got the girl knocked up after the season, and he's like maybe a bad guy. Like,
That sounds
I'm
like
giving a
all of them.
lot of descriptions. It's crazy. He kind of looks like someone who has CTE. He's like that. Also, kind of describes all of them as well.
That's
Anyways,
all of them.
she was on his season, was a breakout star on that, and then her season it was like her and another girl were both bachelorettes, and so they
Mm.
were both picking partners.
Is she a batch in paradise person or whatever
I
it's
don't know.
called? Hmm.
I bowed out of Bachelor in Paradise after I don't know, like I don't know what season it was, but like 2021,
When your
2022.
frontal lobe formed and you said, I think that's enough.
Sadly, my frontal lobe had been formed while I was still. I think I just said my frontal lobe had been informed. Clearly, it's not formed. But yeah, had been formed when I was still watching it. The early seasons of BIP are pretty good. I have to tip my hat to them.
I'll
Like
take your word for it.
they they are in the beginning they were messy. As it went on, as all reality shows do these days, we get into real influencer territory, and people just
Uh-huh.
start editing themselves or trying to like
Mm.
put on a performance. So we lost some of the spark, I would say. But those early seasons were really really fabulous. Um,
Yeah.
but the episode starts. This finale starts with the reveal that Danielle did in fact go home. Brittany voted for her. Was this a surprise to you?
I thought that they were gonna do a gotcha moment because I thought it was gonna be like an editing tricked you. But then once we cut back to everybody and then it flipped and like she showed Danielle and everything, it and her whole reaction, it just made sense. And also Donnie, friend of ours and friend of the pods,
Mm-hmm.
friend in real life, filled me in on the backstory because you know I'm not a Big Brother girl.
Yep.
He filled me in on the backstory with Brittany and Danielle between last episode and this episode. So I was like, well, Danielle can do whatever the fuck she wants to Brittany then if that was the case. Like if that's what Brittany did to Danielle in this reindeer games thing. But
A show
at
no one but Donnie watched, by the way.
literally, I think there's like four people that watched it. Um that her Danielle's reaction was crazy, but I also think Danielle is like sinister enough to put herself in that position again with Brittany
Mm-hmm.
to let Brittany make this because like it's almost like Danielle knew that Brittany was gonna do something like that. So she was like, let Brittany either redeem herself or prove to me and everybody else that she is the person that we all thought that she was, you know? Because I feel like more than winning the prize, Danielle wanted to like make a point about some of these people.
I agree, but I just think all in all, the Big Brother players they play too hard, but then they're also really sensitive.
Unbelievably sensitive.
It's so weird. I think I don't know. I think there's something to be said honestly about the game of Big Brother and how fucked up it is. And I
Yeah.
think it really screws over these people's brains. Like they they just nothing is like too crazy to say, you
Yeah.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have a comment. Count
Okay.
me as a um Andrea or Andrea here in the comments, she said count me as number 5 of the viewers of Reindeer Games because
Oh.
she viewed it.
Oh, good. Great.
Well, tell us all about it in the comments because I didn't watch it. I mean, I am a Big Brother watcher generally. Like, I do like aspects of the game,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen both of Danielle and Brittany's OG seasons, though. I just haven't ventured into Reindeer Games. But what do you think about Danielle's like whole swearing on her kids situation?
Disgusting. But here's the thing. I think gamers view these games as just completely different. Like we're gonna get plucked out of it's like you said, like they go so hard because
Mhm.
part of them is like, we're gonna treat this like a job and they almost severance themselves,
They
right?
do. No, I think that is kind of what Big Brother is. Actually, when you think about it.
Yeah, they completely are like, who I am in the house is a completely different, who I am on TV is a completely different person from real life. But at the same time, when they're back in real life, they're so sensitive about what has happened while they were severed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think like that whole thing, I can't stand like how intense they are sometimes. Now I will say that did you watch the YouTube like after show or whatever that they had for Traders?
No, I wasn't watching it.
So I watched a couple. I did watch the one with Rob and Derek.
Hmm.
And Derek said before, because what they were doing is they're like talking to the banished person and the murdered person, and then at the end they reveal. First they have them guess who they think the traitor is, and then they have the reveal, right?
Yeah.
And Derek said, "I don't think it's Danny because if it was her, the way she played the game, that would be really fucked up." He was like,
Oh.
he basically said, "There's some things that she did that I know that I wasn't gonna do." And she tried to do that with me, and I was like, no. But so if she's a traitor, then she's gonna have a lot to answer for at the reunion or something. He said. So I think that Derek knew that Danielle was like, I'm just gonna swear on my grandkids' lives,
Okay,
and
I'm
Derek,
gonna say something I think a little unpopular
what?
in the chat. I see. I'm not. Well, first of all, Andrea popped back into the chat. She says that she's a Danielle Reyes stan. She's the best Big Brother player to never
To
win.
never win.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, in hindsight, after watching the reunion, I think that I think the world is a little too hard on Danielle, to be honest with you. In
Yeah.
the end, she's just playing a game. So like
Yeah.
she's gonna do whatever it is to get to the finish line of that game. And it's a game that's so fake. Like the premise, like you're in a pretend castle playing pretend roles. Like
Pretending to
you're
sleep
not you're
at the
not
pretend
like
castle.
playing yourself,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I kind of am like swearing on the kids. I mean, I understand it's terrible to do, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, if it gets you where you need to go, I kind of understand doing it. Like, if you really think that that's gonna like get you somewhere, I don't know that I would do it, but I also don't have children. But, like,
It wasn't even her kids; it was her grandkids. That's a step too far, Grandma.
I know, but she's just kind of like trying to get ahead in the game. She's so deep in. She has been lying for like a month at this point playing this game. What's
Yeah.
another lie? Like, what's a bigger lie? You know?
Yeah, agree to disagree. I think that that's a wild one, but I think also the one of the issues with traders, it's not an issue, it just creates such hilarious chaos, is that you have people who do their reality TV job very differently. I mean, we saw that eventually then at this fucking Dorinda, and
We'll get there because I have
we'll get
so
there.
much to say about
So much
her,
to say.
and they're
But
all negative.
even if you think about like Dolores and Danielle, right? Like Dolores said a couple of times on interviews and stuff that Danielle, she did some stuff that I would never do because that's just not how I function in the world, right?
Yeah.
But if you also think about Dolores as a person, she shows up to her housewives job, her reality TV show job as like herself, you know?
Hmm.
She's not really changing her persona. There's no mind games. The most difficult thing she has to deal with is like Teresa and Melissa are fighting again, you know?
Yeah.
So their job, like the assignment is different for each of these people when they go on a reality TV show. RuPaul's Drag Race is a completely different competition reality TV show than Big Brother or Survivor, right?
Yeah.
So I think like these people go into it, like even like Wes. I love Wes is a dirty ass player. Wes does swear on his children. Wes does crazy stuff. But Wes, I think it's also like the challenge people are so aggressive
Yeah.
that it's different. I think Big Brother people are they toe that line of sensitive and going too hard so intensely that you're like, do you want me to treat you like a human being or do you want me to treat you like a monster? Because if you want to be a monster, I'll treat you like a monster. That's fine. But also when I watched the reunion, I was like, I'm not that mad at Danielle. She could do whatever she wants.
Yeah, that was my kind of thing. Like, I was like, in the moment, I didn't really enjoy her talking so much
Hold
shit on
on.
Carolyn. What?
I see the chat now and I love your
I
sister.
can't.
She
Don't even
said
tell her. Here's the thing.
she said who won?
Hicks, like, we're kind of gonna recap it here.
I'm obsessed
It's
with
just like
you, never
it's kind of
change.
this like kooky concept, but we're gonna talk about it. So we'll get there.
Hmm.
I was with Kix last night. We went to the Page Six party that Nora so rudely veiled on us for.
I
But
hadn't eaten.
I understand. I'm just giving you shit. But at the party, a couple things that happened. One was that the crowd was so influencer packed, and a
Ooh.
lot of them were not engaging with
Ugh.
everyone. And my beloved sister Kix hasn't watched a reality television show in approximately a year, on her feet, clapping every time someone would come on stage, every time a joke was made. I was like, Kix, I don't think you like, I don't even know who some of these people are. And she's like, yeah, but like no one's clapping. Like we gotta hype them up.
I would have been there with you. No, if I was there, because I hate when I go to an event and there's like I don't care how bad somebody's doing. I will still give you a clap and a hoot because it's hard to be on stage. You know.
Yeah, the Selling the City girls were up there,
I don't know
Selling New
who
York
those
City
are.
or
I don't know.
whatever, the Netflix
I have
show.
no idea what that show is.
Yeah, well, no one in the audience did. And the main girl was like, I know no one here has watched our show. Meanwhile, Kix is like,
Yes, queen.
my girl. No, the other thing that happened though, that so Dolores was there, and Dolores revealed that the when they did the competition with Tom where he had to sing,
Hmm.
he asked production to get him throat coat so he could sound fresh during the challenge.
He is so delusional. He's it's a different level. Like even when he got murdered and
Hmm.
the very first thing he's like, "Ah, I'm damn good at this game." No, you're not. You voted for Dolores like 15 times. You are not good at this game. You voted for uh Boston Rob once. And that's why you think that you're good at this game. It's not even you that did it. Derek did the work and then he got killed and then you just jumped on what Derek was doing. That's it.
That's
He
it.
sucks so bad. I cannot stand him. I will say, thank God he got rid of the mustache. I had forgotten that he had a mustache.
Worm with a
A one with a
mustache.
mustache.
Yes, I agree. He is looking good. I'll say it is absolutely diabolical and makes all the sense in the world. Though that it was revealed that Carolyn has been lusting after him.
That's what I heard. And I was like, has she been lusting after him or is she just Carolyn?
No, Dolores talked about it at the show last night.
Like true lust.
She was like, no, she was like into it. She like wanted it to be a thing, but
Sh I saw Carolyn, a clip from Carolyn on a podcast where she said that if you were in a car with Tom, he would play music from his band.
I hate to hear that. How he had his phone?
No, I think he would like put it on somehow in like their car,
He
whatever
brought
their
like a
car is.
CD.
Could you imagine?
They're not on the radio. I know that.
I think they probably had like a car with something. So
Yeah.
he pulled it up.
So we also get Brittany won the Seer challenge, and so she gets to see which I was kind of pissed about this because I was like, I wish it would had been a faithful that got it, so they could have seen into the future a little bit more.
I wish it was Dolores because she would have brought in Ivar and then she would have done that. She would have brought in Ivar and then she would have voted for him anyway.
Brian and I always laugh also with Dolo because she calls him Iva.
Iva?
It's almost like British. She's like Iva.
But everybody does that. Nobody knows how to say his name because he says it differently. So when they're talking about him, you
Hmm.
in one sentence they will say Ivor and they will also say Iva.
Because it's Ivar, not Ivor, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ivar, yeah.
Ivar. Yeah. Exactly.
Um, so yeah, Brittany chooses Gabby to see into her future. Brittany's a traitor, so she obviously knows that Gabby's a faithful. And then the next morning at breakfast, they're like, "Wait, so I think the plan should be if she comes in and says that Gabby was a traitor, that means that Brittany's a traitor."
Sure.
And but she does the opposite. So it kind of gets my baby Dylan all confused. He's like, "What am I gonna do?"
He's near tears. He is
He's a
so flustered.
he's a baby.
He's a baby.
I really wanted to not love that straight man, but I really do.
It's the same way I felt about Pilot Pete last season.
Oh,
It was
see,
like,
Pilot P, I don't know about that,
well,
but
you had a history with him, but it's like one
yeah,
of the most frustrating things in the world when I am reminded that I am unfortunately attracted to straight men sometimes.
yeah, it's kind of a
It's
reality check.
embarrassing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the worst.
I mean, he is objectively so hot and so kind. I think the kindness is really what
He has a
warms
face of
me.
a kind person. However, I will say
Oh
when we
God,
get to the
what?
round table and he kind of is
Tries
like,
to tussle.
yeah, he tries to tussle and he gets a little frustrated with
Yeah.
Brittany. I did not like that. I said, Dylan.
I think he was trying to like do his like Bob the drag queen moment and it just wasn't working.
Yeah,
But
no,
also
it
it wasn't
wasn't.
working with Brittany either. When Brittany was like, "Don't come for me unless I send for you." And it was
Don't.
like, "Okay, girl, please, you saw that on TikTok once. Please don't."
And also, isn't that what Phaedra says?
Did she say that?
Yeah.
But like that's like a phrase that has been used often. Like Phaedra didn't create that. Like that's like
Sure.
a yeah. So we get the final competition, which kind of who cares because these competitions in this show are elaborate and hilarious, but they mean nothing.
It was on my iPad right here at
Mhm.
work while I was working and I was doing my job. I did not pay attention to a single thing that happened.
No, it
But
didn't. It
I got
didn't make.
all my end of week reports done during that
It didn't
competition
make
part.
much sense. It was just kind of like. I mean, it looked fun. Once again, I enjoyed that, but it just wasn't like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like just like.
Hmm.
Although, would you go up in a helicopter? Would you do it?
Of course, absolutely. I love heights, so I'll do anything like that. Have you ever been bungee jumping?
I have not. No.
Skydiving?
I did. Well, this wasn't a I hesitated because I did do something. It wasn't real bungee jumping. Like it wasn't like you go
Was
head
that like the
first.
boardwalk? Or
Yeah.
like they just swing you? Yeah, I've done one of
No, no,
those
no.
too.
It was like you were harnessed in behind
Uh-huh.
you,
Yeah.
and you free falled for a long time, and
Yeah.
then right before you hit the ground, you got like snatched.
Yeah. I
So
did one of those at Six Flags.
yeah.
So
Oh, how was that at Six Flags? Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey, right?
uh-huh. Da, 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 da,
Speaking
da,
of,
da.
wait, speaking of Six Flags in New Jersey, did you see
King
that
Dakar.
King Dakar that it just toppled over?
Hmm. Not shocking.
I that's what do you like? What's behind that? Why? We're taking a break from Traitors chat to do King Dakar chat. For those that don't know, King Dakar is this like epic roller coaster at Six
Six
Flags
Flags.
New
Great
Jersey.
Adventure, Jackson, New Jersey. That's
Yeah,
right.
and I guess it's like the fastest roller coaster. I believe it's the fastest roller coaster in the world. Um,
Not
and
anymore.
not anymore because it got pushed down to the ground.
I remember there was a roller coaster called Hercules, I want to say. And this might not have even been at Six Flags. It may have been at like Dorney Park in like Pennsylvania or something.
Hmm.
But I remember as a kid going on a roller coaster and it was like the wooden roller coasters. Like now they're all made with like metal and stuff. But I remember going on a wooden roller coaster in the late 90s and being like, how am I not dead? Like your whole body just. You are getting jostled about,
Yeah.
okay? Like a TikTok girl making a salad dressing at home. That's what you are. You're inside of there.
Nor,
That's what you
please.
are. You're getting jostled about like this, okay? Like an ASMR girl making a beverage.
No, we went 2 years ago to Great Adventure, and what are you laughing at? Kix's comment, huh? I know I can't. She's like an old lady in the comment section. I realize what is happening. We're on there. We have two simultaneous lives going right now, which I'll fix in post. But so there was a whole other chat section that we were not engaging with, and someone in here says being attracted to men is literally our flaw. Um, and then they said, "Go birds."
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, go
Go
birds.
birds.
And then also people are asking for Kix to join the live. Here's the thing: Kix can join these lives at some point. This one isn't the one for a couple of reasons. One, we're already having enough tech issues. Two, if she's saying "huh," I don't think she needs to be a part of a recap.
I'm just dead. I looked over on the side and I just saw, huh?
I don't think I don't. I call me old fashioned. I don't think that that's kind of like. I don't think she has the qualifications to recap.
Kicks would be a DEI hire, okay?
Ma- Major DI hire here and at dumpster dive.
Uh,
Okay, well, let's get back to the traders. So, so we get to the round table, and we have the most. We have a faithful off essentially. I mean, Brittany was in a faithful, but she
mhm,
doesn't know how to fight like a traitor.
mm-mm.
Oh yeah, Kenny says he wants kicks too. At the end, I'll
Okay,
have the
guys,
top
I'll
line.
just fuck off. How about that?
Nor,
Okay.
nor everyone listens to you on my podcast once a week, so they haven't heard kicks in forever.
Once a week.
They do.
I
Um,
know.
so yeah, we have this diva off between Dylan and Brittany, and it's it leaves a bit to be desired. Brittany's fighting for her life. I'll tip my hat to her. She really tried to make a case for Dylan, but in the end, baby Dylan is not a traitor. And so Brittany
Mm-mm.
goes home, and they head out to the fire to see if anyone else is traitors, and they win the game. So with the winners of the game kicks were Dolores, Ivor or Ivar or Iva, depending on where you're from in this world. Um, Gabby from The Bachelorette. We love Gabby and beloved Dylan. So
Yeah.
four winners,
Julia.
and I guess apparently this is the most. They said this is the most winners that they've. I think this is the most winners they've had on a U.S. season. I believe a UK season had four faithfuls win as well.
Honestly, when they split that, I was like, $50,000.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's pennies. Okay. The only reason these people go on this show is because they are going to get more traction on Instagram and then therefore their money will go up. But like
Yeah,
pennies. Okay. $50,000 after taxes. That's no money.
I
Okay.
I completely agree. Like
Yeah.
I think that because I think your taxes on that are probably you get like 2/3 of it. So at that point,
Hmm.
that's like $35,000 or something like that.
Nothing. Do you, do you know how long they're there for? Like 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month,
Oh, I
six
bet they're
weeks,
there for a month or a little longer.
a month.
It's a lot that they have to go through there, and I'm sure they give them a full. They have to. I learned this from like BTS behind Drag Race, but like they have to get at least one full day off to just like chill and not play the game.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I know
But then
that from
sometimes
real
they get
world
full
days.
weekends too. So
Oh.
like that ends up adding days. But what's crazy about Traders, if you guys haven't recognized this, like when they film, like pretty much every episode is a day.
Yeah.
Which when you start to think about the logistics of that, like that is an insanely long day on set.
Yeah, it
Like
is.
you have to be
And
so tired.
but also why it makes it even more hilarious. Oh, Robin said it's 3 weeks. Okay.
Okay.
That's hilarious. That makes it even more hilarious when like 2 days later people are like that's my best friend in the castle. You're like you've known this person for 36 hours.
Oh, Brian's here on the other YouTube live, and he said my Brian. He
Your
says
boo?
it's because of unions. Usually Sundays are off. So
Oh,
there you go.
thank you. Well,
There you go,
Brian, a
Brian.
reality TV star himself.
Brightown Bakes. Brightown Bakes himself in the flesh. I think Kix has left because I because she's not saying anything. We keep being like, Kix, you can come on later, and then I was dragging her, and she's not saying anything. All the last we heard of her was, huh?
Huh?
If you're coming in here to the live late, we've had some tech issues. We are live on two channels at the same time, which is a crazy thing. I never thought I would say I would have been able to do, but we're doing it. And additionally, oh, Kix is here. Additionally, Kix has been trying to join the chat, and she's also been texting me about tech problems that didn't exist. It's been fun. So
Can't hear
you could
you guys.
you say Kix isn't here. She is here in spirit.
She's always here. She's always with us. She
She
was
was
vacuuming.
vacuuming. Okay, great. Well, you know what? Let's move over to and even better that she wasn't on here because I'm positive she would have joined on her phone vacuuming.
Yes. I love you, Kicks.
Love you, Kixie. Now let's move into the reunion. I thought this reunion was. Did you find it to be insanely overproduced? I felt like the segments were so short.
So short. I was like, did anybody talk?
Yeah, we didn't get anywhere. Robin Dixon got approximately one line.
One line. That's right.
Andrea, sorry, I don't mean to confuse you. You're in the correct live.
You're
They're
in the
both
right
the
live,
same
honey.
thing. It's
Yeah.
just we were having issues, so we're streaming the same exact thing at the
Yeah.
same time on two different
Also,
links.
can you hear that? It's my husband aggressively breaking down boxes in the foyer.
No, I can't hear. I can't hear it.
Okay,
We have
great.
echo cancellation on.
Thank God.
We'll have you join at the very end to say hi to everyone. So maybe
Okay.
in like 10, 15 minutes. Um, no, but so yeah, the reunion a little overproduced. I feel like we could have gone with a 2 episode reunion. I think people would have watched it, and we could have
Yeah.
gotten a little more into the nitty gritty. I think where I thought we should have gotten a little deeper into was Carolyn. Carolyn had such like a roller coaster gameplay, and I think she felt wronged by a lot of people,
Hmm.
specifically the Traitors. People didn't understand her. Also, I feel like um Danielle as well. Like it's just I feel like there's more to dive into with all these dynamics, and everything got like a 10-second segment.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was very quick. I feel like we could have talked to the traders a lot longer. I
Yeah.
feel like we could have also allowed other people to talk to the traders a lot longer. Like, why did you choose to kill me? Like Jeremy, Sierra, and Nikki. Like, how did you guys pick those three people? Like,
Hmm.
we could have gone into more of it, but I think it was just I don't know. Instead, we got fucking Dorinda and Chanel Ayan ruining it.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
I Dorinda, guys, Dorinda. I thought that we it's been how many years since she was put on pause, which also how hilarious that Bob, who has no clue about what Housewives is, said the word pause 5,000 times. Dorinda was like, "You fucking asshole."
Yes. It was delightful. Also, can I just say, Dorinda, her look was terrible.
She
Like,
looked crazy.
she looked like a mother of the bride, but like really bad.
Yeah, this made me realize that, and when she revealed that after she got eliminated, that she called Andy
Andy.
crying.
Andy Cohen. She called
I'm
Andy
like,
Cohen crying.
Dorinda, I need you to let this go. Like I
Yeah.
think it's I think the tease of like will she won't she come back to television is too much for her. I think it's either she comes back come full time in some on some television show, or we don't see her for a long time because like she just is not, her ego cannot handle this like, am I the household name I think I am or not? And I think she talked so much about how much it hurt her that Bob was like, I don't know who she is. I don't know who she is. It's like, Dorinda, like a lot of people don't know who you are.
And the thing is, she keeps repeating it, being like, it's fine. I don't know who you are either. And it's like, but you're saying it differently than he's saying it, you
You're
know?
saying it mean, but
Yeah,
Bob
you're
is
saying it
not
mean because
saying
you're
it
a
mean.
psycho. And then even Chanel Ayan being like, you killed me because you were jealous that I was going to get more screen time goes back to my point about the assignment for each of these people of the reality TV show that they're used to making is completely different.
Yeah.
And so they show up almost like this isn't the world that we're all living in. Like this isn't that same job, you know? That's actually why I think Sierra did really well. Like she was doing amazing. I thought
Yeah.
she was going to make it to
And
the
she was
end.
like in it too. Like she was like down to play the game and like figure out
Yeah.
who's what and defend herself. Where Dorinda was just like, she went in being like, everyone wants to see me. They miss me on TV. They're gonna keep me. Bravo's gonna protect me for a couple episodes at least, so I can like have my moment, and then I can make some money off this and go home. It's like, no,
No.
It's not rigged like Housewives is, you know?
And also the way that Dorinda was doing press before the premiere of the season, you would think that she was a traitor herself.
She was on Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel. She was on like one of the big late night
She
shows.
was on all the Jimmies.
She was, yeah, Jimmy. Like she was all of them sitting there
Yeah.
talking about the show that she's on for 2 seconds.
She was on like Good Morning New York or whatever. Like she was on everything. She was on all the shows and she genuinely was acting like she produced it. She was Alan Cumming, like she was all of those things.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious that she got half an episode. And even that half episode that you got of Dorinda, she was so deranged when she came back from being stuck on that like little platform or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like, I was cold and I was hungry and now I have leftovers. Like she was just so incensed. It was just like, I don't know what you think is happening here,
Yeah, I
but you're
agree.
not in reality.
Kenny says in the chat, I wanted to see more of Sierra in the reunion. She was a star of the season. I completely agree.
Absolutely. I agree.
She was I think she was like one of the best females to play the game this season because in the y'all we loved Dolores, but Dolores
Hmm.
didn't know how to play this game and she won.
It was a Sheree situation.
A who?
Sheree.
Oh, Sheree. Yeah, Sheree. Thank God didn't win, but almost was so close to winning it just by
Yeah.
sitting there. You know?
Just sitting there. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
crazy. Um, Also, something else that happened at the show last night. For those who just joined, I went to the Page Six podcast live taping, and Dolores was there, and she was talking about Traitors. Someone asked in the audience, they were like, "What did you and Dorinda talk about for like the 2 hours you were trapped on that raft?"
Dorinda was
Like,
probably like being on pause.
no, Dolores said she was like, I essentially spent the whole time talking her off, telling her that she is going to probably get killed and that she needs to be okay with it.
Oh my God.
Like I'm like, oh my god, that is amazing. Oh look, there's Kenny's comment. I highlighted Kenny's comment there in
Oh,
the
there
bottom.
you go. I agree. Kenny, she
Um,
is a star of the season.
yeah, agreed. But yeah, I'm like Dolores, you're a real one. Just to be like, hey, we're out here. You're gonna go home, and you're gonna kind of have to work on figuring out how that feels because it's the truth. So, and also I
Yeah.
loved in the reunion Andy saying that Dolores, the numbers that Dolores voted wrong 8 times of 10 votes.
And
And why?
Dolores said, "That's my life."
It's,
She
it's
said,
kind of a
"That's me."
bummer.
No, I kind of love it about her. She's like, "Yeah, I'm bad at picking people. Have you seen my boyfriend? Was Polly there yesterday?
Polly was there.
Did you
Yes.
see his teeth from Mars?"
Um, Actually, I didn't. He was kind of far from me, but he it was a little dark, and there was no shining light emanating from his mouth, from what I could see. But
Oh my God. You would have been able to, you would have seen him in the dark of night. You would never hit him with your car. It's like a reflector in his mouth. It's so bright.
oh, Steph is in the chat. She says, "Hi, Tom and Nor. I'm late. You know what, Steph? It's okay. Little did you know, there's been a lot of tech issues, so we're here. We're
Yeah.
live. Did
Somehow
you
we have
watch?"
two chats.
Oh, Steph. Yeah, Steph. We also have there might be three. You know, who knows? There might be a whole other slew of people.
Steph, where are you seeing us?
Steph, Steph says she fully cried when the Faithfuls won. I
That's
actually kind of know
sweet.
what you mean. I did get a little verklempt at my baby Dylan, being like, he literally looked at the camera and he was like,
He's
"Of
so
course,
demure.
I'm a faithful baby." Let's dive into some questions. We got a ton of questions on
Done.
Instagram that I want to pull up. Give me
Oh,
1 second. And if you guys have any questions, I want to open this up to y'all. So on whatever whatever stream you're in,
wherever you are,
wherever you are,
it'll get to
hit us up with
us.
a question. I'm also gonna have Kix join here in a second, so you
Send
guys can say hi to
send
her.
text messages if you're kicks.
Yeah, if you're Kix, send a text. Yeah. This comes from Jenny Del Pozo. She says, "Who do you want to see on next season of The Traitors? Who are some people that we would like to see?"
Ooh, okay. Well, one thing I can say for sure is that I don't think I need to see any more Housewives on Traders. They're bad at this. I am okay with no more Housewives on
I think
Traders.
we lean into the JV crew, the like Southern Charm, Summer House, Vanderpump Rules.
Southern
They're a little
hospitality.
scrappier, you know.
Yeah,
Can you,
exactly.
can
Deal.
you imagine Emmy?
I This isn't normal. This isn't normal for anybody. This isn't normal.
Oh God, she's crazy. Kix, I just sent you a link, so you'll have to download the Riverside app, but that you can join. I can't wait to see
I
how that
can't wait to
goes.
see this
Um,
journey for you.
next, this is from Addie McDaddy. Addie
Mm.
says, "Why is Kyle Summerhouse (parentheses) still such a baby? I cried during the Paige slash Amanda scene."
Why is Kyle such a baby? Because he's emotionally stunted and he's probably still like up here, 24 years old. It didn't form. Too much drugs happened and his frontal lobe never formed, and that's why he is the way he is.
Yeah,
But
you
I'm
think
not
it's
a doctor.
drugs? I'll accuse him of drugs, but I'm not a doctor.
I told you I saw him like in last month, right? After the Watch What Crappens show.
Uh huh.
And did you he was there last night, right? He
Yeah, he
was
was
there
there
at
last
the
night. I saw him last night.
Isn't he a wee lad? He's so
He's a
tiny.
very wee lad. I'm definitely taller than him, which feels crazy. I'm not that tall. I'm like average, but
Yeah. He's itty bitty and he's petite. He's a petite man. And he's small. He's like slender.
yeah,
He's a petite little baby.
he's a little leprechaun. Hannah, that was the one thing Hannah got right.
Oh my God. Andrea said she would love to see Simone from Married to Medicine hollering at every round table. I
Simone would be an inspired casting choice.
would be so good.
Steph also says, "Do you think Paige or Craig would go further on the Traitors?" Well, Craig is a really good liar, so he might go further.
But Craig would be like a Tom Sandoval where
No,
he
he'd
would
be
like lie and then he would also make no
well. No,
sense.
I don't think he'd be like Tom Sandoval. I think he would just flip out all the time. He would have like temper tantrums, you know.
He would, like a toddler. I
So
think
I think
Paige would
Paige
be
would go further.
amazing.
Yeah, I think she'd be great.
Amazing. Yeah.
Our beloved Kendrick Tucker says, Shamia is rich, rich, and I can't wait to see it. I also want an elevator in my closet. I think this is
Uh-huh.
in regards to Atlanta. I didn't see that she has an elevator in her closet,
She
Shamia.
does. She does.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's nuts. Apparently
But
her
why have
house.
that? I don't really understand the reasoning behind that, to be honest with you.
I mean, don't you remember? I think Toya had an elevator in her closet.
Toya has had so many houses.
Did I tell you what Toya's nickname is for my friend Lori? My friend Lori calls her Toya Income Destroyer.
I wonder if I have my soundboard working. I think I do.
This is a potential mother.
Lori is a potential mother. She's amazing.
Also from Kendrick, Traitors finale was lackluster, but season was fantastic. Everyone leave Danielle alone. I disagree. I thought the finale was good.
I thought the finale was good. I thought the reunion was great. And honestly, by the end of it, once I got into the head of a Big Brother player, I don't care about what Danielle said or didn't say. And I think because she lost, I don't really care what she did. I think if she won, I would have been more annoyed,
Yeah.
but because she lost, it's fine. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
liked?
agree.
One of the things that Gabby said at the end, she said that oh, it says can you guys hear me? It says trying to connect, make sure you have a stable internet
Yeah,
connection.
I can hear
Well,
you.
we'll find out.
We're everywhere still.
Okay, great. Gabby said at this point, if I kept splitting it, it would just be to be greedy. And I was like, ooh, that's a good dig at Trishelle and CT from last season, you know? So I like
They
that.
also have more money than some of these people actually, because CT and Trishelle have been on so many seasons of the challenge and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Kenny says, I want you two together every week. Can you combine podcasts or promise to host together more? Kenny, let me hold your hand when I say this. We record together approximately once a week on each other's pages. So make sure to follow the Reality is Pod. It is, we essentially run the same show. It's just on different feeds. So
And now that you have good Judy's, I'm like, am I not gay enough to be invited onto that podcast? I know I'm not a Broadway person, but just bring me on. I think we need to establish boundaries.
yeah, I'm going to showcase this comment. Kik says, I'm here. What now?
I love her.
Kix, I'm gonna send you a different note. Kenny says you don't. I know, Kenny. We don't record together all the time. We recorded together a good amount, though. It's just we started our shows separately, and then here we are.
Here
It's
we are.
just we just kind of gotta go.
We should.
Gotta go
We
with it.
feel the dumpster is a reality, so the reality is the dumpster.
The Reality is a Dumpster is actually pretty good. Kix, if you're listening, so I did just email you a link to join as a guest. Um, I sent you the wrong one. That was my bad. Let's get back into these questions. Steph has a couple more questions. Do you think
Mhm.
Lexi and Jesse are together. If not, how do you think that that ends? Well, alleged that we're talking about Summer House here.
Hmm.
Allegedly, he tries to hook up with Sierra, I guess, during the season. Jesse does, right?
I don't think he tries to hook up with Sierra. I think Sierra and Jesse are friends, and I think Lexi takes it like she gets too. She's already too jealous. And you know what? It's okay. Like Lexi's what 12? Like I think it's fine. Jesse knows that he played his hand too hard. He's like, "Fuck, I met her parents, and now I don't know how to reel this back." So here we are. And he's looking at Emerald, just like fucking random girls, and he's like, "Damn it, I wish I could
He's
fuck
like, God,
random
Dad, I
girls."
want to go to one of those sex parties.
Okay, the sex party was very confusing.
Okay, yeah, I
Two,
know some people who engage in that.
but 2.5 partners and no, and he didn't come.
Some people don't come, and I think that's something that we can unpack not on a live. But I think some people just like also like
Men?
I feel like he comes. Some guys just they come so much that at some point I think sometimes they don't come.
Wow,
Like your
wow.
body has to make more. He also might have been on drugs, and sometimes when you're on certain
That's true.
drugs, you don't, you know,
That's
ejaculate
true.
and whatever.
Okay.
Hey, Dad. Dad's not watching this one today.
Didn't get the email after that. I'm good to not join.
I sent it to kickshamlet@gmail.com. Is that not your? Oh, I just found it. I just sent your email to everyone who's watching. I'll bleep it in post. Um, okay, next we have from our beloved Best Week Ever podcast. Grace Lilly scissoring, Gabby winning Traitors, and maybe some predictions in pop culture. Grace Lilly did admit to scissoring
A girl.
on the Southern Hospitality
I've
reunion.
scissored a girl before. I've
You have?
scissored. No, just her.
Oh.
That's what she says. It's like it's such a hilarious moment because TJ's crying about like how straight men have led him on. I think the whole TJ Joe Bradley thing is like so sad because Joe Bradley I think still does not fully get it. Like everybody around them gets it. Bradley lays it out very nicely to say this happens all the time in the South where
Mhm.
gay men will end up getting led on or queer baited by straight men and it's a whole thing and then you end up thinking that so it's going somewhere. So for that to happen to TJ by his best friend is really sad. And I'm sure TJ has told Joe Bradley, like, stuff like this has happened to me in the past, you know?
Yeah.
And so he's sitting there and he's crying. He's crying. He's having this emotional moment. Leva's crying. TJ's crying. Andy's trying to talk to her. And you hear Grace Lilly on the side. I've scissored a girl before. I've scissored before. And they're like, Grace Lilly, not right now.
I really loved Grace Lilly in the first few seasons, but she's kind of jumped the shark for me. I think she's just so high on her own supply, you know?
The finale, I was worried that maybe we have a substance issue allegedly with
I
Grizzly because the fact that like the episode before she's telling Maddie like, no, I would love to talk to your roommate and apologize, and then she shows up and she's like, you sucked Ocean's dick. Ocean also like, please,
he
what?
looks like he reeks.
Yeah. Hmm.
So does that other guy, that other new guy.
Austin,
Yeah,
he runs outside barefoot,
he's got dirty dick.
100%. Kenny said
Um,
this conversation still works if the only TJ you know is from Real Housewives of Potomac.
Kenny, you stole the words right out of my mouth, baby. Okay, let's go back to some more questions. Should Andy continue to host the Traders reunions? This is from Max. Um, I think he does a fine job.
I would prefer it be Alan.
I know, but I think I like Alan being so mysterious on the
I know.
side.
He's
I
so
think in
silly.
general, we can start introducing some new faces at the reunions in terms of hosts.
Yeah.
Some people I've thrown out in the past, like I think Ira Madison would do a fantastic job.
I think Kate
I think
Chastain should be hosting the Traitors
Kate would do
reunion.
a great job. I think Nina Parker would do a great job. She used to do the Love and Hip Hop
Yeah.
reunions.
I
Like
think
I can
Danny
think of a lot
Pellegrino
of
should do
people.
it. Like anybody.
Danny, yeah, Michelle Collins. Yeah, I can
Oh,
think of
Michelle
tons.
Collins should 100% be doing every reunion.
I
All of
I
them.
don't understand why Bravo doesn't lean on her for more because she's so freaking funny.
She's
And
hilarious.
and even when she doesn't, maybe like she is a professional. Like she is like Andy, where like she can just like navigate a conversation even if she didn't watch the whole season. That
Yeah.
she could make she could make it interesting, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Love Michelle Collins. Let's see what else is on here. Brittany, this is also from Max. Brittany should not have voted Danielle. I mean, I think she did the right thing.
Yeah. I think she
I mean,
saved
I guess for
herself.
her game, honestly, for her game, it would have been smarter to keep Danielle and bring her to the end. But Brittany, what she was trying to say in that elimination, I think, was that like she didn't think that Danielle was going to get enough votes to go home, and she wanted to be good with the house.
Yeah.
So yeah. Um, and then out of the four traders, out of the all the seasons of traders and all the people who've won, who deserved it the least? Let's just talk about American traders. So we have Sari, we have Chriselle and TC, or Trishelle, sorry, and TC, oh,
CT.
CT. Oh my god, I'm having a mental breakdown. I'm having a stroke on YouTube on my two YouTube lives. Had Tom died by stroke on multiple YouTube lives.
Cause of death.
Cause of death. Two YouTube lives and Kicks trying to join. Um, so we have Sari, Trishelle, CT, Dylan, Ivar, Dolores, Gabby, and that's it.
Yeah.
No. I'm missing one. There's one more from this season.
Dylan.
Dylan. I didn't say Dylan.
Of course. Baby boy Dylan. Who do I think deserves it the
Deserved that
least?
win the least.
I have to say Ivar.
See, I'm gonna say some. I love her, but Dolores didn't know how to play the game until approximately 5 minutes before the win.
I love her.
At the reunion, we didn't talk about this. At the reunion, when they were like looking at when they were talking about the eye thing, how
Yeah,
like
Dolores is like, I have no
it's
idea
like,
what you're
I have
talking
no
about.
idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, Brittany's like, did you watch this show? And I was like, I think Brittany, you think that Dolores is smarter than she is.
Yeah, I yeah, it's I love Dolores, but I think she really would not be the most deserved winner.
Mm-mm.
Kenny says, name 3 Bravo celebrities that you would like to see on Traitors next season. I think Paige would be fantastic. I think the suggestion of Dr. Simone would be fantastic. I also really think that a Madison would be good. Madison from Southern Charm.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I hear she's good. I don't watch that show, but yes.
And then I feel like we need to throw in a Vanderpump Rules
Kix said Mary
person.
Cosby. Kix?
Kicks, what's happening, Kicks? Kicks should never join the actual lives. The whole bit of the lives to be like, is Kicks gonna make it
No,
in?
I think Kix on the chat is phenomenal. This is
I agree.
amazing. Okay, I think that we could get, I think if we're going to do 3 Bravo celebrities on the next Traders, I don't want any of them to be housewives.
Hmm.
Okay, if we're going to do housewives, I want to pick the most hysterical housewives. I want Alexia. I want Sutton.
She would stress me out.
Alexia, Sutton, and Meredith. I want those 3 on it. Just losing their mind, okay? But if it's going to be non-housewives, I want to do Paige. I want to do uh Bradley. Not Joe Bradley. Bradley. Just regular Bradley. He's such a shit
Who
stir.
who's regular Bradley? Oh, from
From
Southern
Southern
Hospitality.
Hospitality. Yeah, Southern
Yeah.
Hospitality, Bradley. And then let's go with you know what? Let's throw Sheena a bone.
Sheena. I would love Sheena in there, but you should, actually, you know what? I could see Sheena winning because in the track of like the Dolores track of, or actually, honestly, the Gabby track, I think Sheena would be better at this game than we all think. I've really convinced myself
But
in two
she would
seconds.
immediately become best friends with everybody. And then she would be like, that's my best friend. I can't believe they would never do that to me. I can't vote for that person. That's my best friend. Imagine Sheena being a traitor. She would never be able to kill anyone. Hilarious.
I miss her on TV.
I wish
Like
she's
Lady Gaga said, she's gonna miss her.
I know. You know that's amazing. Like, you know, Sheena's like, really? Now people recognize me. First of all, she was a mass singer.
You know, I was about to say, I can't believe you've been calling her Sheena this whole time. She's the bat.
She's I don't understand the concept of the mass singer. But what I will say is that her rendition of Espresso sounds like the Domingo skit from SNL.
That's very accurate. I agree. What part of the premise did you understand? They're in a mask and the people have to guess who they are.
But why are the judges in costume?
The judges are they're not in costume.
Did you not watch this clip?
They're not in like a masked costume. They're
No,
in
but
like
what? But they
outfits.
are in costume.
They're not always. I think that may have been like a one-off. I've only watched a couple episodes ever, and I've only seen like snippets. I mostly just go back to the Wendy Williams Native New Yorker episode, you know.
Okay, fine.
Well, guys, this brings us to the end of our chat. This was fun. Once we got it going.
Once we got it going, it was amazing.
Hey, you know, we still got 52 minutes of content in for y'all. So there you go. Next week, I'm not sure who will be joining me next week. I think I might be all on my lonesome next week, but we'll be going live. I don't know what to cover yet though, because I'm doing a separate Real Houses of Atlanta premiere chat. So DM me, hit me up what kind of content you want dedicated to this live next week. So
I
next
know
week will
that
be Thursday, 7 p.m. Go ahead,
I
Noah.
know that you have released yourself from the shackles of Love is Blind,
Yeah.
but I have to say that the wedding episode was on today. And
Uh-huh.
here's my feeling about Love is Blind. I watched because it's only like a 3-week endeavor, right? Maybe 4 plus the reunion because they pump out so many episodes at a time, and I just put that bitch on at 1.5 on my iPad when I'm working. It's great. I start the season. I'm yelling
Yeah.
at the girls. I'm
Yeah.
so mad at them. I'm really upset. But then at the end of the season, when these men are getting rejected, it's a time to be alive.
I know there are parts of the show I like. I just struggle with the like production aspect of it, honestly. Like I don't think it's well produced.
It's
Like I think the show could be 4 to 5 episodes shorter.
100%.
Like
At
once
one
they get
point,
back from the honeymoon to the wedding, baby, it is no man's land in the middle there.
yeah, it is. They keep cutting to them like eating cakes and going on dates, and I'm like, I don't need any of this. If unless you're fighting, I don't need to see this. Get them drunk and get them fighting.
The last
Okay,
season I watched was the with the Patriot.
with the
Oh,
which one?
the woman who was like, I'm a patriot. What was her name? She stole someone's man. She like didn't couple up, and then she stole someone's man at that lake house, and they rode off on the jet skis into the
Oh yeah,
sunset.
yeah, yeah. Oh my God, yes. Sarah, I
Sarah,
remember that.
it was
Yeah,
Sarah Ann or something. Yeah.
yeah, Sarah Ann. What a name. Well, this season you'd be very happy because all of the men are patriots,
God,
including
I love a
including the men
patriot.
of color, all patriots.
I heard about that.
Where
Well,
were
on
they
that,
on January 6th?
on the, oh, that's tough. Well, on that note, Nora, let everyone know where to follow you and watch you and listen.
Well, you can follow me in Tom's comment section on any of his posts on Instagram at the reality is pod. And you can listen to me all the time on Dumpster Dive and also on my podcast, The Reality Is.
Yeah. And you can follow me at the Tom Hamlet. Make sure to subscribe here to the YouTube channel. Going live again next week, back on Thursday. So Thursday 7 p.m. is the time. What?
I'm curious about what Andrea's saying. She said, my friend B Dot got, oh, wow, my friend B Dot got robbed. They cut all her scenes because her fiance was a douche.
She was on the season we were talking about. Clay and AD. That was that same season.
No, B Dot, it's Brittany. Brittany is a new girl. Brittany's this season. She was amazing.
No, but she's
Hilarious.
saying her friend B Dot.
Who's B Dot?
It's this girl's friend who was on Love Is Blind, and they didn't air her couple because
Oh,
like
was that a person on a previous season?
that's what she's saying. She's saying my friend was on the show, but they cut her out of the show. She went all the way through getting engaged, but they cut her out because her fiance was an.
Who is B Dot?
No, I got you, Andrea. I got you, baby. Okay, bye guys. Thanks for
All
being
right, bye.
here. We play the music out here too.